Oh my God, this video about to get surgical, boy. This video about to get surgical. You hear me? Now listen, I just got done watching the Luther music video, right? And it just proves to me once again, Kendrick Lamar is truly an astrologer, or he has an astrologer on payroll. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. Okay? We gonna break this down. You see what I'm saying? Now, I haven't done this a whole lot, but I am an astrology guy. You see what I'm saying? I'm not like a super expert or nothing like that. I feel like I'm like intermediate, I guess. But I know enough to pay attention to how Kendrick Lamar is choosing to drop some of this. Okay? Now, first we're gonna talk about the blood moon. Cause I don't know if y'all was around. If you wasn't around for my Playboy Cardi is dropping on a blood moon video, go check that out after this. But Playboy Cardi dropped on a blood moon, okay? And what this represents is here's a little article I pulled up for us. Not only does the blood moon encourage us to do some physical decluttering, but it can also motivate us to clean up emotionally. Full moons are all about endings and beginnings. So consider this transit as a means to get rid of the things and relationships that are no longer serving you. And while this may seem intimidating, that healing, organized Virgo energy can help you sort out what's important and what you can do without. Now, the irony of dropping it on a blood moon is this conversation around hip hop in general and just the energy in the world where we're getting rid of the old ways of being, of the things that no longer work. And we're moving into a new era. It's not just music. This is everywhere, okay? But you can see it in music. And Kendrick Lamar being on the album, that's what solidified the fact that I knew he was going to be featured on the album, okay? Because there was a point in time where we wasn't sure. But that proved it to me. It was dropping on the blood moon. Boom. Now, this is the crazy part. I had a theory, right? I had a theory, and I'm going to pull it up for y'all. Hold on. Give me some time. I got to scroll up. That's how long ago I said it, bruh. This is like April 1st. And I will log onto my Twitter so y'all can see it, but nah, I don't like doing that. But I'm about to post the proof on Twitter. But I swear, bro, I said this like a week ago. Give me a second. Stay with me now. Okay, here we go. So, boom. I said, damn, this is taking a minute. Hey, stay with me, all right? Stay with me. I got to get this off. I got to get this off, bro. I got to get this off, okay? So this was back in... Oh, I got screenshots of it. I forgot. Okay, boom. Stay with me. Stay with me, okay? So I hit the group chat of the homies. I was trolling. I was like, hey, Kendrick just dropped. It was, and I was like, nah, I'm just playing. And then it was like, he might end up dropping for real. And I was saying, bro, Mercury is in retrograde. It's a bad time for any major commitments, projects, because of ineffective communication and malfunctions with tech. Dot is a super astrologer, and he does not drop during retrogrades, okay? But the retrograde does end on the 7th. And then I was like, wait, hold on. I put the connection together. The retrograde ends on the 7th, okay? The irony. The retrograde ends on the 7th, and Kendrick drops that same Friday. All right? Let's talk about Mercury in retrograde, all right? Mercury in retrograde is a phenomenon that occurs when a planet Mercury appears to be moving backward in its orbit. This phenomenon has been linked by astrologers to a variety of behavioral and psychological changes in people. For example, some claim that during this period of retrograde movement, it is easier for us to become more irritable, unfocused, prone to misunderstandings and conflicts, and even experiences with mental health issues such as depression or anxiety. While the visual illusion is ambiguously real, the beliefs around its impact on us are based on astrology, a pseudoscience lacked in evidence-based supporting research. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not covering this because I'm telling y'all to believe in astrology. I'm covering this because I'm telling y'all it's something that I've dived in, that I see things play out in interesting ways. And for the people that do believe in astrology, they abide by it. You see what I'm saying? And Kendrick Lamar very obviously waited until the retrograde ended to avoid retrograde movement to avoid becoming more doing anything unfocused, anything that could cause conflicts or misunderstandings and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying within the work. Now, you notice when Drake dropped Nokia, okay, there was an issue with the first drop, and I'm not saying that's but that's just something interesting to take note of. The first drop didn't make it through. Like that first drop, they had to take it down and drop another one. But that goes to show you like the mishaps with technology, etc. If you do believe in astrology, that is either an incredible coincidence or something you can use to validate your point. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, I was telling them, like, bro, the retrograde ends on April 7th. What is the likelihood that Kendrick Lamar then drops around that time? And I even told him, like, bro, it don't got to drop on April 7th, but it's going to drop around that time because the retrograde ends at that time. Okay, so this just validates my theory that Kendrick Lamar is either really an astrologer or he's got an astrologer on payroll. This guy is extremely intentional with the things that he does. Extremely intentional. So you can't tell me that this be based on, like, come on, bro. And hold on. I think what season we in now? The end of the retrograde represents something. I think the end of the retrograde represents new beginnings and things of that nature as well. I'm pretty sure it does. I got my keyboard off, so I'm not gonna do research on it right now. But no, definitely Kendrick Lamar either an astrologer or he got an astrologer on payroll, bro. Gotta be, dog. Gotta be, bruh. Gotta be. And then what make it interesting is it's still difficult to comprehend or when he's gonna drop because he don't gotta drop this week. He could have still dropped next week because the Mercury retrograde is still over. And on top of that, he dropping during like on JFK assassination attempt days and all types of stuff like that. So he's become completely unpredictable. If we look for astrology to predict when he'll drop, he'll switch to a historical event. If he switched to an historical event, then he'll switch to, you know what I'm saying? Like he's unpredictable. Very unpredictable. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Incredible video. Incredible timing. And just before we get out of here, I just want to make one point. Hold on. I just want to show y'all one thing. Okay? And this isn't up for debate, so don't argue with me. Okay? But this right here, where is it? This right here is coming up. Hold on. Where is it at? This is the best scene in the video. I don't care what nobody talking about. This the best scene in the video, bro. When he was slow motion and that shit was hard. That's all I wanted to say. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna talk about that red G and X too. We're gonna talk about the red covering over the G and X. This dude already had 2 million views, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the red G and X and all that. So stay tuned. We dropping a lot today. All right. Love y'all. Have a good day.